Welcome to today's episode on our YouTube channel, where we dive into a compelling and immensely practical topic: 11 smart ways to deal with toxic people. In this discussion, we'll explore how ancient Stoic wisdom can be applied to modern challenges, specifically in managing and interacting with toxic individuals. Stoicism, with its emphasis on resilience, emotional control, and the importance of focusing on what we can change, offers invaluable tools for navigating difficult relationships. Make sure to watch till the end so you don't miss any valuable information. Chapter 1: Self-Awareness. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of effectively dealing with toxic people and fostering personal growth. It involves a deep and honest examination of oneself, not just recognizing strengths and weaknesses, but also understanding how these characteristics manifest in everyday interactions. This heightened awareness allows you to anticipate how you might react in various situations, especially when faced with negativity or toxicity. To cultivate self-awareness, start by observing your emotional responses. Ask yourself why certain reactions occur, and consider the underlying feelings driving those reactions. This could involve journaling your thoughts and emotions daily, which helps track patterns and triggers in your behavior that you might not otherwise notice. Practicing mindfulness is another crucial element in developing self-awareness. Through techniques such as meditation, breathing exercises, and yoga, you can train your mind to focus on the present moment. This focus sharpens your awareness of both your physical body and your mental state, allowing for a clearer perspective on your own behavior and its impact on others. Self-awareness also extends to understanding your personal values and beliefs. Knowing what is most important to you can guide your decisions and help you stand firm against external pressures, including the influence of toxic individuals. It empowers you to maintain integrity and alignment with your true self in all aspects of life. Furthermore, self-awareness allows for the recognition of your own boundaries. By understanding where you need to draw the line, you can assertively communicate these limits to others, which is especially critical in managing relationships with toxic people who often thrive on violating boundaries. Lastly, cultivating self-awareness involves seeking feedback from trusted individuals. This feedback provides external perspectives on your behaviors and attitudes, offering insights that you may be blind to. Embracing constructive criticism and reflecting on it positively contributes to a well-rounded self-awareness, enhancing your ability to navigate complex social dynamics effectively. Chapter 2: Introspection. Introspection is a deliberate practice where you delve into your own thoughts and feelings, exploring the deeper aspects of your psyche to understand the core of who you are. This practice is essential when dealing with toxic people, as it strengthens your internal foundations, helping you remain composed and focused in challenging situations. The process of introspection can start with self-inquiry. Regularly set aside time to reflect on questions like, what am I feeling right now? What part of this situation is within my control? And how do my reactions contribute to the dynamics of this relationship? Such questions encourage you to think critically about your role in interactions and how you can respond more effectively. Writing is a powerful tool for introspection. Keeping a diary or journal allows you to express thoughts and emotions in a structured way, leading to greater clarity and insight. Over time, reviewing your entries can reveal growth patterns, recurring challenges, and how your responses have shifted. Introspective practices also include reading and engaging with philosophy, psychology, or any literature that prompts you to think deeply about human behavior and relationships. These readings can provide frameworks and theories that help you understand your experiences and feelings from a new perspective. Another aspect of introspection is the examination of past experiences. By analyzing situations where you've dealt with toxic individuals in the past, you can identify what you've learned from those encounters and how you can apply those lessons moving forward. This historical insight prevents you from repeating mistakes and strengthens your ability to handle similar challenges in the future. Engaging in quiet contemplation, such as through meditation or long walks in nature, can facilitate deep introspection. These moments of solitude are vital for disconnecting from the noise of daily life and connecting with your inner self. Both self-awareness and introspection are not just practices, but ways of living that require commitment and consistency. They enhance your ability to understand and manage your interactions with toxic people, leading to more meaningful and positive relationships, both with others and with yourself. By dedicating time and energy to these practices, you set the foundation for a resilient, aware, and emotionally intelligent life. Chapter 3. Forgiveness and Memory. Forgiveness and memory are intertwined concepts that play a crucial role in managing relationships with toxic people. Forgiveness involves letting go of the emotional charge associated with past offenses, without necessarily forgetting these events. It is an act of liberating oneself from the burden of resentment, enabling a focus on personal peace and future interactions. Stoicism, a philosophical school that teaches the importance of controlling one's reactions to external events, offers profound insights into the practice of forgiveness. According to Stoicism, it is not external events themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about these events. Therefore, forgiving someone is also about reassessing those judgments and realizing that holding on to anger or resentment harms oneself more than anyone else. Memory, on the other hand, serves as a guide and protector. It helps retain the lessons learned from past experiences without necessarily holding on to the emotional pain that came with them. Memory ensures that the act of forgiveness does not become naivete. By remembering the dynamics that led to conflict or harm, one can better navigate future interactions with similar individuals, setting up protective measures without succumbing to previous vulnerabilities. The practice of forgiveness in Stoicism is not about passivity or acceptance of mistreatment. Instead, it's about adopting a rational approach where one understands the human tendency to err and recognizes the limited control one has over others' actions. This understanding helps to mitigate the impact of others' actions on one's emotional well-being. To cultivate forgiveness, one can engage in reflective practices such as journaling or meditation, focusing on letting go of anger and resentment. This might involve writing letters of forgiveness, not necessarily to be sent, to those who have wronged you, as a way to articulate feelings and formally release them. Memory's role is reinforced through deliberate reflection on past incidents, not to dwell on them, but to extract wisdom. Keeping a lesson-learned journal can be an effective method, where one not only records the incident, but also what it taught them, thus using memory as a tool for learning and future resilience. Chapter 4. Emotional Stability. Emotional stability is essential when dealing with toxic individuals, as it allows for maintaining one's composure and making decisions from a place of strength rather than reactivity. This stability is closely linked to the Stoic idea of equanimity, the evenness of mind under stress. Stoicism teaches that by detaching from the passions that arise from misguided judgments about external events, one can achieve a state of inner peace and stability. Developing emotional stability involves a range of practices, from cognitive techniques to physical health management. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful tool in this regard. It trains the mind to observe thoughts and feelings without attachment, recognizing them as temporary and not defining of oneself. This practice enhances one's ability to remain calm in face of provocation or emotional turmoil. Another Stoic practice is the premeditation of evils, which involves visualizing negative outcomes or interactions and preparing oneself to handle them with composure. This mental rehearsal not only reduces the shock when faced with adverse situations, but also boosts confidence in one's ability to handle them. Physical exercise and proper nutrition also play a critical role in emotional stability. Regular physical activity releases endorphins, known as feel-good hormones, which can counteract the stress hormones and promote a sense of well-being. Nutritional psychiatry is an emerging field that underscores the connection between diet and mental health, suggesting that a balanced diet, rich in nutrients, supports cognitive function and emotional regulation. Additionally, emotional stability can be fostered through regular engagement in hobbies or activities that bring joy and relaxation. These activities serve as a counterbalance to stress and replenish energy and motivation. Practicing emotional stability is not a one-time effort, but a lifelong endeavor that involves regular self-reflection, learning, and adaptation. As with Stoicism, the goal is not to eliminate emotions, but to develop the wisdom to manage them effectively, allowing for rational responses even in the face of challenging or toxic interactions. This chapter provides a detailed exploration of techniques and philosophies that aid in achieving a balanced emotional life, essential for navigating the complexities of human relationships and personal growth. Chapter 5. Setting Boundaries. Setting boundaries is a critical skill when dealing with toxic people. It involves defining what is acceptable and what is not, in terms of how others can behave around you. This delineation is not only about protecting oneself from harm, but also about fostering respect and healthy interactions. From the perspective of Stoicism, boundaries reflect the principle of focusing on what is within our control. Stoics believe that while we cannot control others' actions, we can control our response, including establishing limits to safeguard our mental space. Effective boundary setting starts with self-awareness, as one must understand their needs, values, and limits to enforce boundaries confidently. It involves clear communication where expectations are explicitly stated, leaving no room for ambiguity. This might mean telling a colleague that personal attacks during discussions are unacceptable, or informing a family member that you need space after an argument. Practically, setting boundaries can be achieved through assertive communication. This involves expressing your thoughts and feelings clearly and directly without being aggressive. For instance, saying, "I feel overwhelmed when discussions happen without warning. Can we schedule a specific time to talk?" This not only communicates your need for preparation, but also shows respect for the other person's time. In Stoicism, the practice of setting boundaries is also linked to the concept of preferred indifference. While Stoics strive to remain indifferent to things outside their control, they acknowledge that some things are preferable to others, such as peace over conflict. Thus, setting boundaries can be seen as a way to preferentially seek more tranquility in life. Moreover, enforcing boundaries often requires consistency. You must be willing to reinforce your boundaries each time they are tested. This might involve consequences such as stepping back from a relationship or altering interaction patterns when boundaries are repeatedly disregarded. Chapter 6. Energy Management. Energy management refers to the careful regulation of one's physical, emotional, and mental resources. It is particularly vital in dealing with toxic people as these interactions can be draining. Drawing from Stoic principles, managing one's energy aligns with the virtue of temperance, which is about self-regulation and moderation. By managing our energy wisely, we ensure that we are not overly depleted by any one aspect of our life, maintaining a balance that supports overall well-being. One of the fundamental aspects of energy management is recognizing and honoring your energy limits. This means acknowledging when you are overextended and taking steps to restore balance. It might involve setting aside time for rest and recuperation after a particularly stressful encounter, or limiting the time spent in draining situations. Practical steps for managing energy include prioritizing tasks and obligations according to their importance and your energy levels. For instance, tackling more demanding tasks during times of the day when you feel most energetic and alert, and saving less critical tasks for when you are less so. Incorporating routines that replenish energy is also crucial. This could be regular physical exercise, which not only improves physical stamina, but also mental resilience. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful practices for restoring mental energy, helping to clear the mind of clutter and reduce stress. Diet also plays a significant role in energy management. Consuming a balanced diet rich in nutrients supports brain function and overall energy levels. Foods high in antioxidants, healthy fats, and lean proteins can enhance cognitive function and mood stability, which are essential for dealing with challenging interpersonal dynamics. Moreover, Stoicism teaches the importance of managing emotional reactions, which can significantly impact energy levels. By practicing detachment and focusing on responding rather than reacting, one can conserve emotional energy and remain more balanced in the face of adversity. Energy management is not just about avoiding depletion, but also about maximizing one's positive energy output. This involves engaging in activities that fulfill and energize you, whether they be creative pursuits, social interactions, or personal hobbies. These activities not only rebuild your energy reserves, but also provide a sense of satisfaction and joy, counterbalancing the negative impacts of toxic interactions. Together, chapters on setting boundaries and energy management provide a comprehensive guide on maintaining one's integrity and vitality in the presence of challenging relationships. Through the application of Stoic wisdom, these practices promote a balanced, resilient life, ensuring that one's interactions and personal health are managed with wisdom and care. Chapter 7. Focus on goals. Focusing on your goals, especially in the presence of toxic individuals, is an essential strategy that aligns well with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes living a purpose-driven life. This focus involves identifying your long-term objectives and aligning your daily actions and decisions with these goals. By maintaining this alignment, you can ensure that distractions, particularly those arising from negative influences, do not derail your progress. The Stoic principle of prohairesis, or moral purpose, teaches that the essence of good lies in excellent reasoning, deciding how best to respond in alignment with virtue. In practice, this means prioritizing actions that contribute to your personal and professional growth over those that drain your energy and detract from your objectives. To do this effectively, it is crucial to have a clear understanding of what you want to achieve and why these goals are important to you. This clarity can come from regular self-reflection and meditation, practices that help refine your focus and commitment. Setting SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals can facilitate this focus. For instance, rather than vaguely aspiring to improve your skills, set a specific goal to complete a professional certification in your field within 6 months. Such precision makes your goals more tangible and your progress more trackable. It's also vital to cultivate resilience in the face of setbacks, which are often magnified by toxic behaviors from others. Stoicism offers valuable insights here, advocating for viewing obstacles as opportunities to practice virtues such as patience, perseverance, and courage. Marcus Aurelius, a notable Stoic, suggested that the impediment to action advances action, turning obstacles into an integral part of the path forward. Additionally, maintaining focus might require minimizing distractions. This could mean setting boundaries around your time and energy, choosing carefully whom to interact with, and how much of your attention you give to negative influences. It's about protecting your mental space from being invaded by the negativity of toxic individuals, allowing you to remain steadfast on your journey towards your goals. Chapter 8. Seeking support. Seeking support is a critical strategy in dealing with toxic people in challenging situations. This chapter explores the Stoic acceptance of external assistance, juxtaposing the idea that while inner virtue is paramount, external resources, including friendships and community support, are valuable preferred indifference. Stoicism teaches the importance of self-sufficiency, but also recognizes the strength that lies in community and mutual support. The process of seeking support involves recognizing when you need help and being open to receiving it. This can be particularly challenging, as it requires admitting vulnerability, but it is a crucial step toward personal growth and resilience. Support can come from various sources: friends who offer emotional comfort, family members who provide practical help, or professionals like therapists or counselors who can offer guidance and coping strategies. Building a support network is also aligned with Stoic teachings on the social nature of humanity. Stoics believe that humans are rational and social beings, meant to live in harmony and support one another. Engaging in community activities, joining support groups, or even participating in online forums can provide emotional relief and practical advice, reducing the feeling of isolation that often accompanies conflicts with toxic people. Moreover, support systems can act as a sounding board, helping you gain perspective on your situation. They can provide feedback that challenges your assumptions and helps you see your circumstances more clearly. This feedback is crucial in maintaining objectivity and ensuring that your responses to toxicity are balanced and thoughtful. Professional support, such as counseling, can be particularly beneficial in dealing with persistent negativity. Professionals can help you develop strategies tailored to your specific situation, enhancing your ability to manage stress and maintain emotional stability. They can also help you build skills in areas such as communication and emotional regulation, which are vital in handling toxic relationships effectively. In summary, seeking support embodies the Stoic recognition of the value of external aids in living a virtuous and effective life. While Stoics emphasize the development of personal virtue and inner strength, they also acknowledge the role of others in providing the support necessary to navigate life's challenges. This chapter highlights the importance of embracing community and professional help as tools that complement your internal resources in dealing with the challenges posed by toxic individuals. Chapter 9. Control of negative self-talk. Controlling negative self-talk is crucial when dealing with toxic people, as it often amplifies the harm they intend. Negative self-talk can erode self-esteem and distort perception, making it harder to respond effectively to challenges. Stoicism, with its focus on rational thinking and self-control, provides a framework for transforming this internal dialogue. Stoics like Epictetus emphasize that it's not events themselves that disturb people, but the beliefs they hold about them. Thus, controlling self-talk is fundamentally about challenging and changing these beliefs. The first step in managing negative self-talk is to become aware of it. This involves monitoring your thoughts and noting when you drift into negativity. Techniques such as journaling or mindfulness meditation can help you observe your thought patterns without getting caught up in them. By consistently practicing awareness, you can start to catch negative thoughts as they arise and assess their truthfulness and utility. Once you identify negative thoughts, the next step is to challenge them. Stoicism teaches us to question our impressions and ask whether they conform to reality. For example, if you think, "I can never do anything right," ask yourself, "Is it really true that I never do anything right?" By scrutinizing the evidence, you often find that such absolute statements are false. You can then replace them with more balanced and constructive thoughts, such as, "Sometimes I make mistakes, but I also have many successes." Another Stoic strategy is the premeditation of adversities, which involves mentally rehearsing potential challenges and your responses to them. This technique can be adapted to manage self-talk by anticipating situations that might trigger negative thoughts and planning healthier responses. For instance, if you know that meeting a particular person often leads to self-critical thoughts, you can prepare by affirming your strengths beforehand. Practicing gratitude is also a powerful antidote to negative self-talk. By focusing on what you are thankful for, you shift your attention away from what you perceive as lacking or wrong in your life. Regularly writing down things you're grateful for can significantly alter your mental landscape, promoting a more positive and balanced internal narrative. Chapter 10. Solution-oriented approach. Adopting a solution-oriented approach is essential in dealing effectively with toxic individuals and challenging situations. This approach aligns with Stoic principles, focusing on actionable steps and emphasizing practical wisdom, one of the cardinal virtues of Stoicism. Stoics are encouraged to focus on what can be done to improve situations rather than dwelling on the negative aspects that are beyond their control. To implement a solution-oriented approach, begin by clearly defining the problem. This involves understanding the situation fully and identifying the aspects that are within your control. Stoicism teaches that we should divide our concerns into those we can control and those we cannot. By focusing on the former, you can channel your energy more effectively and maintain a sense of calm about the latter. Once the problem is defined, brainstorm possible solutions. This stage benefits from creative thinking and open-mindedness, qualities that Stoics cultivate through their commitment to continuous learning and adaptation. Consider all possible actions, even those that initially seem impractical or challenging. The idea is to generate a wide range of options that can be refined later. After brainstorming, evaluate the options based on their feasibility and potential impact. Choose the solution that best addresses the problem while being consistent with your values and capabilities. Here, Stoic wisdom about acting in accordance with nature, that is, your true self and rational judgment, comes into play. Select strategies that not only solve the problem but also align with your overall goals and personal ethics. Implementing the chosen solution requires persistence and flexibility. As Seneca noted, we must be steadfast in our purposes, but adaptable in our approach. Monitor the outcomes of your actions and be ready to make adjustments as necessary. If a particular strategy does not work as expected, take it as a learning opportunity. Refine your plan, and try again. Finally, cultivate resilience by reflecting on the outcomes, regardless of whether they are successful. Stoicism teaches us to regard failures as opportunities to strengthen our character and skills. By adopting a reflective practice, you can extract valuable lessons from each experience enhancing your problem-solving abilities for future challenges. By focusing on solutions rather than problems, you can navigate through life's difficulties with more grace and effectiveness, keeping in line with Stoic virtues of wisdom and courage. This approach not only helps in dealing with toxic people by minimizing the impact they have on your life, but also enhances your overall ability to lead a purposeful and fulfilling life. Chapter 11. Avoiding unnecessary arguments. Avoiding unnecessary arguments, especially with toxic individuals, is a vital skill that aligns with Stoic principles, which advocate for maintaining tranquility and not allowing external disturbances to upset one's inner peace. Engaging in fruitless debates or conflicts often leads to wasted energy and stress, detracting from more meaningful pursuits and personal serenity. Stoicism teaches the importance of discerning which battles are worth fighting and which are not, emphasizing rational engagement over emotional reactions. To effectively avoid unnecessary arguments, it's crucial to develop the ability to discern the intentions behind interactions. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius remind us to consider the intentions of others and our own before responding. Understanding whether a discussion is likely to be productive or merely combative can help you decide whether to engage or step away. This involves assessing not just the topic, but the mood and behavior of the other person. Are they seeking understanding, or are they merely venting or trying to provoke? Once you recognize a potentially unproductive argument, employing strategies to diffuse the situation is key. One effective technique is to shift the conversation to common ground. By focusing on areas of agreement before addressing disagreements, you can create a more cooperative atmosphere and reduce the likelihood of escalation. This approach mirrors the Stoic practice of seeking harmony with the world and aligning oneself with the universal reason, or logos, which governs nature. Another Stoic-inspired method is to practice restraint in response, using minimal and measured replies, or sometimes choosing silence over speech. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus stated, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." By listening more and speaking less, you can better understand the other person's perspective and avoid exacerbating the conflict. Moreover, setting clear boundaries about acceptable topics of conversation or the tone of discussions can prevent arguments. Informing others respectfully but firmly about your limits regarding discourse can set the stage for healthier interactions. This practice is rooted in the Stoic concept of prohairesis, or moral choice, which involves making decisions that preserve one's moral integrity and peace of mind. Additionally, practicing empathy is crucial. Trying to understand why someone may be engaging in aggressive or provocative behavior can provide insights into how to handle them. Often, such behavior stems from their own struggles or insecurities. Recognizing this can foster a sense of compassion and patience, allowing you to respond calmly rather than react defensively. This reflects the Stoic idea that other people's wrongdoings are a result of their ignorance or misunderstanding, and they too are part of the universal reason. Lastly, maintaining a philosophical diary, as many Stoics did, where you reflect on daily interactions and how they were handled, can be beneficial. This reflective practice enables you to analyze which strategies worked or didn't and how similar situations might be better handled in the future. It fosters a continuous learning approach, encouraging personal growth and greater adeptness at avoiding unnecessary arguments. By integrating these Stoic practices and perspectives, Chapter 11 guides you in managing interactions more wisely, choosing your battles carefully, and maintaining peace of mind in the face of potential conflicts. This approach not only minimizes the negative impact of toxic people, but also contributes to a more deliberate and harmonious life.